Good morning, M4. In today's math, we are going to learn about place value. It's very easy. It's place value. We have learned this before, but this time we are also going to include the place value that comes after your decimal point. We have discussed this the last time or last week, so let's do a recap for that. On top here, you will see I draw a number line, and in the middle, we have our decimal point. On the left side of our decimal point, that's where we find our usual place value. We've learned it since we're young, and we also discussed it before. So the left side from the decimal point, our place value is the basic ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. But I just stopped at hundreds. And on the right side from the decimal point, that is where we will find our fraction. And the first one, we have tenths, or 1/10, hundreds, or 1/100, thousands, or 1/1000s, and so on. But let's just stop until thousands. If you're going to check the spelling, this side, like ones, we just add s, ones, tens, hundreds. On the right side of the decimal point, we add ths, tenths, hundreds, thousands. So we add ths. So that's just the difference in the spelling. Now, this is just a very easy exercise because, like here, we have a given number 1.07, and then the one highlighted, or the digit that is highlighted or underlined, is 0. So what is the place value of 0? All you have to do is just to look at the number line and which place does it fall to. So from the decimal point, this is the decimal point, the first digit after the decimal point to the right. So the first digit from the decimal point to the right is what we call tenths. So the answer here is tenths. So you just write the word tenths. That's it. That's the answer. Now, check second example. We have 0.155. And the number underlined here, or the digit underlined here, is 5. Now check. What is the place value of the underlined 5? Is it on the left side or right side of the decimal point? It's second digit to the right from the decimal point. So you count second digit, 1, 2. What's the place value? It's hundreds. So you just write hundreds. Simple as that. But please be cautious about your spellings. I will check that. And another example, we have 24.67. This is our decimal point, and the underlined digit is 4. First digit to the left from the decimal point. So to the left, so the first digit to the left, the place value is ones. So simply you just write ones. Easy as that. And here we have 0.038. The answer is, of course, 1, 2, 3. So you just count 1, 2, 3. Correct. The answer is thousands. That's all. It's very easy. Just like that. In this activity, you have to copy on your notepad the number and the answer. Okay? You have to copy the number and you have to underline what's being underlined as well. And then you copy or rather you write down your answer. That's just it for the activity 1 of your worksheet. Now, next. Another activity that you will be doing today is what we call fraction quantities. It's still about fraction, and look at this figure, not this two. Focus on the top one. As you can see, I have a box or a square and a fraction here that says 1/4 and a number that says 20. Now I want you to focus first on the box. Here we have How many parts inside the box? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why we have the denominator 4. Now, what is the value of 1/4? Like for example, here, fourth. If I am going to shade this, if I'm going to shade that, it's going to be 1/4, right? Because we shade one part. So it's 4. But what is the value of this side? And here we have 20. It means that the entire box is equivalent or total to 20. Now, the question is, what is 1/4 of 20? So you have to think, there are 4 sides or 4 parts of 20. So what is equivalent of 1/4 to it? All you have to do is you just use division. You just divide 20 with the denominator 4. As we have discussed before, your denominator should always be outside. So your denominator here is 4. And we're going to divide 20. How? And then you just go on with the normal procedure of division. How many 4 fits inside 20? There are 5, so you put it on top of 0, 5, and then multiply 5 to 4. So 5 times 4 is 20. Take away 0. So the answer is 5. So 1/4 of 20 is 5. So this equals to 5. This equals to 5 as well. This equals to 5. Of course, this equals to 5. So if you count 5, 10, 15, 20, that's why the total value is 20. So your answer is 5. Now, this one. Let's say, for example, this circle here, the total value of this circle is 21. 21. Now, how many parts are there? There are 3 total parts of 21. Now, if I'm going to shade this, what is the value of 1/3? What is 1/3? What is 1/3 of 21? Not equal, sorry. What is 1/3 of 21? What is the value per piece? Again, you can use your division. It's okay if you don't do this. You can just, well, if you memorize your multiplication table, you can just directly answer, but if you don't, then just do the normal division. So you just divide again 21 with 3. Denominator is 3, so you put 3 outside and you put 21 inside. How many 3 is inside 7? Or rather, how many 3 is inside 21? There are 7 3s. So the normal division, 7 times 3 is 21. Take away 0. So the answer is 7. So 1/3 of 21 is 7. The answer is 7. So this value is 7. This side is also 7. This side is also 7. If you're going to count, it's 7, 14, 21. That's why the total value of the circle is 21. That's how we get the fraction quantities of the number. And in the third example, you will see that there's just a number 18. Number 18. Now, if I ask you what is the, excuse me, if I ask you what is the 1/3 of 18, I'm also going to check for 1/3. Oh no, let's say 1/6. What is the 1/6 of 18? What you'll need to do is just again use division. You don't have to perform this if you memorize your multiplication table. It's very easy. But if you don't, then just do the normal division. Again, the one we put outside is our denominator 6. And then you put 18 inside. And how many 6 inside 18? There are 3. So 3 times 6 is 18. 0. So the answer is 3. 1/6 of 18 is 3. That's just it. If you're going to make a graph, it's going to be like this. For example, third. So this is the value here is 6, 12, 18. So this is going to be, no, for a while. Sorry, it should not be like that. 1, 6, if you're going to divide it into 6, 1, 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each value will be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. All right, simple as that. So for fraction quantities, your activity will look like this. Let me just rub this off. For your activities, it will look like this. Much more, of course, not too much. All right, so it will look like this. You will see question like 1/4 of, and then you will see numbers down here. 1/4 of 20. So again, as I have explained earlier, you just divide the number to your denominator. So 1/4 of 20, so you just divide 20 with 4. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So 1/4 of 20 is, answer is 5. So you answer like that. 1/4 of 32. You're just going to divide again 32 with your denominator 4. So 32 divided by 4 is 8. So your answer is 8. Just answer 8. Simple as that. And here you have 1/6. 1/6 of 24. You're just going to divide 24 to your denominator 6. 24 divided by 6 is 4. So your answer, you just write the answer 4. 18. 1/6 of 18, you again divide it to your denominator 6. It's going to be 3. And down here we have 1/2. 1/2 of 10. Again, you just have to divide the number to your denominator. 10 divided by 2 is, of course, 5. Now 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So 1/2 of 18 is 9. 1/2 of 10 is 5. 1/6 of 18 is 3. 1/6 of 24 is 4. 1/4 of 20 is 5. 1/4 of 32 is 8. Simple as that. Now for your activity, you have to copy the problem and then the answer. All right, you have to copy the problem and the answer. Of course, if you are able to print it or photocopy it, feel free to do so, as long as you stick it after to your notepad. That's it for today. Again, you can always play back, you can always watch again the video. If you think you need to understand more, you can always watch the video again. That's all for today.